Last episode, we showed you how to catch bull trout on Lake Billy Chinook. Unfortunately, the Oregon State Parks Department has closed the Cove Palisades, and the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs has closed all the waters bordering the reservation. Also in the past week, day-use areas, trailheads, campgrounds, snow parks, boat launches, and fish hatcheries were closed on the Ochiko and Deschutes National Forests. Technically, the trails remain open at this time. You just can't get to them easily through the developed trailheads and snow parks unless you're willing to ride a bike or hike in. If you haven't heard, sport fishing is closed in the entire state of Washington. And in support of that closure, Oregon has closed sport fishing on the Columbia River where it borders Washington. Boating and camping are no longer permitted on the lower Deschutes River from Madras down to the Columbia River or on the John Day River from the North Fork downstream to Tumwater Falls. You can still walk along the Deschutes and John Day Rivers and fish. You just can't camp. The noose is tightening on outdoor recreation. It's time to find new places, and that's where the Bureau of Land Management may save your sanity. This agency manages millions of acres of wide open spaces in the Great Basin.
For the most part, most of our trails in Central Oregon remain open. What you might find when you get there is that if there is a restroom, it has been locked closed. But we want people to not go stir crazy in their house, but to get out and recreate safely. And a lot of the wide open BLM spaces provide an opportunity for that.
Easily accessible BLM lands that are still open include Maston, Tumalo Canal, and the Buckhorn and North Bar all-terrain vehicle and off-highway vehicle areas between Bend and Redmond. Also still open are the Badlands Wilderness and Horse Ridge areas east of Bend.
First thing I'd say is keep an eye out as you're pulling into that parking lot. Are there places where you can park away from other cars? Are there people getting in and out of their cars in that parking lot? In which case, take a couple seconds, wait till they move on. Same thing with information signs, wait till somebody's moved on and you can actually get up there by yourself. Meet your friends out here instead of driving all together in one car, so maybe take a few extra cars and just maintain that 6-foot distance while you're hiking on a trail.
The BLM also manages campgrounds on the Crooked River near Prineville. And while the campgrounds are closed to overnight use, it is okay to park in them to access the river and go fishing.
Everybody goes to the same places and the same spots to fish. And my true belief and fear is that if people don't disperse and practice extreme social distancing while they're in the water and spread out a little bit, the BLM or the state police or the powers that be that are monitoring the situation are going to see that as a hazard, and they're going to close the recreational fishing, which is not only bad for everybody taking away one more thing they can't get out and do, but again, economically with the local shops and things like that, it's going to be devastating.
Peter Bowers, owner of the Patient Angler Fly Shop in Bend, encourages anglers to try new water. He says there's a good bite right now on squala flies on the Deschutes River between Benham Falls and Lake Billy Chinook.
Been awesome to get outside and be able to take my granddaughter and the dog and come out here and go fishing for the day and get away from all the people and still be able to do something while everything's so crazy with this coronavirus.
Allie Nelson outfished her grandfather on Ochiko Reservoir east of Prineville, thanks in part to an open boat ramp maintained by the Crook County Parks and Recreation District. The same agency also has a day-use area and boat ramp open on Haystack Reservoir near Madras.
We can get out, we can see the beautiful scenery that's out here, look at the junipers, we can mountain bike, we can ride horses, we can hike, we can drive ATVs and OHVs. There's a lot of opportunities out here that if we just take that little extra time to make sure we're doing it safely, we can continue to do.
Admittedly, it is difficult keeping track of what's open and closed. Check first with the agency that manages the land where you want to go. And please don't overwhelm the few areas that remain open. If it's crowded, go somewhere else. I'm Brooke Snavely for The Great Outdoors.